Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out the last Christmas movie on the Christmas marathon that I am going on, and today it is Miracle on 34th Street. I'm pretty sure that I've seen this movie before, but I think it was when I was like 6 years old. I remember my mom sitting down and going, "Let's watch this movie, Oliver," and I'm pretty sure it was this movie, and then 6-year-old me went, "Oh, it's in black and white," and then I left the room and I didn't finish it. So I feel like at some point in my life, my mom tried to show me this movie, but I don't remember anything about it. All I remember is I'm pretty sure that I stormed out the room because I didn't want to watch a black and white movie because I thought it was too old. But today, here I am, now an older person, going to watch this old Christmas movie, and a very classic Christmas movie, I believe. I'm very excited for it. I don't really know what it's about, and I also don't know if I'm watching the black and white version or the color version, because I'm watching this movie on Disney Plus, and I don't know if there is a colorized version of this movie, but the thumbnail has the characters in color, but when I go to the extras, all the extras are in black and white. So I'm not really sure which version of the movie I'm watching, if it's the black and white version or the colorized version. I'm hoping it's the black and white version, but we'll see. And before we get into this reaction, let me do the lighting. So let me turn on the light and we can decide what color it should be. Boop. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so the color for the lighting today, if you've been watching my reactions, you already know what color it's going to be. It's going to be green. That is like yellow. That is not green, Oliver. Green, because I'm trying to alternate between red and green, but I definitely messed up in one of my reactions and went red twice. But I'm back on track. I'm back on track. And for this last reaction, because I went red for Scrooged, we're going green for Miracle on 34th Street. Also, if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon, where I have uncut reactions to many of the movies I watch on YouTube, as well as early access reactions to my movies that come out 1 week early. There are also 2 exclusive Patreon movies a month that you guys on Patreon get to choose. Thank you so much if you check it out. Now, let's get back to the video. Okay, let's just get on into this movie. I'm hoping that this movie is just a really heartwarming classic, just like It's a Wonderful Life, and just like a lot of the movies I've watched for Christmas. They've all just kind of been very heartwarming at the end, and I'm hoping that this movie continues the trend and gives me kind of It's a Wonderful Life vibes, you know, just like classic old movie, heartwarming. Maybe there will be some old singing at the end of it. I don't know. Let's just get into it. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Miracle on 34th Street. I wonder what the miracle's gonna be. Just like family. Boom! You have a family again. Oh, look at the dog! Look at the dog! Did you see the dog? Who is this old man, by the way? Is he a Christmas man or is he a Scrooge man? He literally looks like Santa.
Making a mistake with a reindeer.
Maybe he is Santa, or maybe he is just a Santa enthusiast.
4 points instead of 3. Still, I don't suppose anybody had noticed that except myself. No, I don't.
He must be Santa. He must be Santa.
You're on the pilgrim float. You three, you're on the pirate float, and you follow the band.
Pirate float? They look like clowns. Are you sure you got the right float? I was gonna say, is this guy drunk? He's stumbling everywhere, and he definitely is.
You've been drinking.
It's cold. A man's got to do something to keep warm.
You ought to be ashamed.
These pants are gonna fall off in the middle of Columbus Circle.
Hope you're wearing fun underwear at least.
Oh no!
Yes, it's disgraceful. How can you allow a man?
Yeah, he is like the centerpiece of this whole show, and you can't hire a bad actor for this.
Shameful. Absolutely shameful.
It is a shame. Yeah, you could be Santa Claus.
For little.
Oh please, you've got to help me out.
Madam, I am not in the habit
The
of
Santa's
substituting.
a jolly old fellow and a jokester.
Come on, right this way. Get that costume.
They're literally just gonna be stripping him right here.
Just think if Mr. Macy had seen the other one.
Just think if Mr. Gimble had seen the other one.
Oh, not Mr. Gimble. I wonder what her story is going to be and what the miracle is going to be. Because Santa Claus is in town. Miracles can happen.
Susan!
Does she have a daughter, Susan?
He certainly is a giant, isn't he?
Not really. There are no giants, Mr. Gailey.
Oh my goodness. So straightforward.
Jack who?
Jack.
Jack and the Beanstalk. Who are you, kid?
Dog.
I never heard of that.
You must have heard of that.
What world is she living in? What world is this kid living in?
Oh, one of those. I don't know any fairy tales.
Oh, your mother.
I only read scientific PDFs.
This is very kind of you, Mr. Gailey.
Sit down.
And I want to thank you.
He seems like a very nice person.
Find the child.
What a horrible trick.
It worked.
Man, everyone's a little trickster in this movie.
From last year's, at least this one doesn't wear glasses.
This one was a last-minute substitute, the one I...
I hope Susie believes in fairy tales by the end of this movie.
See, she doesn't believe in Santa Claus either. No Santa Claus, no.
Ah, she will. She will. She'll believe in magic and fantasy.
Is that it?
I'm excited now. That's gonna be the miracle.
We've got such a big turkey for dinner, and there are only two of us. Couldn't we invite Mr. Gailey?
She's so adorable. She's so adorable.
That all depends.
Dinner's at 3.
Ah, oh my god.
Susie on the U.S. just right.
Susie is literally top tier. Top tier.
Yes.
And I can't wait for her to believe in fantasies and magic. I think it's good to kind of envelop a kid in fantasy and magic, you know? It kind of lets their imagination go wild.
Toys of all kinds and bases.
I love that I think it's actual Santa Claus doing it. I love it. Oh, 34th Street, we're here.
Well, it didn't have no padding, and since I carry my own padding around with me, I got the job, see?
Aw, oh, I like this kid.
I like to watch their faces get that Christmas look all of a sudden. It makes me feel kind of good and important.
Oh my god, he is the embodiment of Christmas.
Few tips on how to be a good Santa Claus.
Go right ahead.
Well, here's a list.
That's what I've been fighting against for years. The way they commercialize Christmas.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Oh, I like where this movie's going as well. The commercialization of Christmas.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Alfred.
I hope Alfred comes back. He's top tier as well. Him and Susie, best characters. And Santa, of course.
Fine, that's just dandy. Listen, you wait over there. Mama wants to thank Santa Claus, too.
Oh, rough.
Schoenfels? I don't get it.
Oh, I keep track of the toy market pretty closely. Does that surprise?
Oh, he keeps track of the toy market.
I just don't get it.
Macy's gonna be making zero money because he's gonna be sending them to every other store.
Imagine a big outfit like Macy's putting the spirit of Christmas ahead of the commercial. It's wonderful. From now on, I'm going to be a regular Macy customer.
Oh, it's working for him as well. What the heck? What the heck? He's like, I never knew that kindness. I never knew that kindness could work.
Because when you talk to him, you might feel differently about him.
That look, that deadpan look. I love Susie so much.
I'm Santa Claus. Oh, you don't believe that?
Christopher Kringle.
Oh, go ahead, pull it.
She's like, I believe in Santa Claus now. The beard's real. He's gotta be.
The explanation for this is all very simple. Cleo's mother sprained her ankle.
She cannot be mad about this.
Susie down to you.
She cannot. I know that this is against her ideals, but come on. Come on. She's a child. Susie's a child.
Now you're making me feel like the proverbial stepmother.
I'm sorry, but it's just that I couldn't see any harm in just saying hello to the old.
Yeah, there's literally zero harm.
This sets up a very harmful mental conflict within her. What is she going to think? Whom is she going to believe?
Let her believe what she wants to believe. She wants to believe in the magic. Let her believe in the magic. Does no harm to anyone.
It's charming to come along. When he does, he turns out to be a
We were talking.
Speaking from experience.
I'm sorry she doesn't speak English. She's Dutch. She just came over.
Oh, does he speak Dutch?
Zeker dat u het zelf begrijpen.
Natuurlijk. Zeg maar wat je zou willen hebben van Sinterklaas.
Niks.
This is so adorable.
Now do you understand?
Yes, I see what you mean, Mother.
Good.
Nah, Susie sort of believes.
That girl, he was so...
Susan, I speak French.
Susie has a little bit of belief powder sprinkled on her now.
You could help to straighten her
I'd
out.
be glad to.
Would you please tell her that you're not really Santa Claus?
See, he can't do that because he may actually probably is really Santa Claus.
Progressive school.
May I have this gentleman's employment card, please?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
I bet he doesn't even have one. I bet he doesn't have one.
Here it is, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you.
It's gonna be Kris Kringle and she's gonna be like, what? North Pole! As old as my tongue and a little bit older than my teeth. Next of kin? Wait, next of kin? Does that mean they're his kids?
The Santa Claus that we had 2 years ago is back in town, and I feel that we owe
What?
Have I done something wrong?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, why are you doing this?
Macy's waiting. No. The effect that this will have on the public is... Oh, come in, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, there he is.
Now to continue, gentlemen. I admit that
Okay, he doesn't look super mean.
it's the same thing. If we haven't got exactly what the customer wants, we'll send him where he can get it. No high pressure.
That's such a good policy, though. Every store should implement that.
We'll do that. Good night.
Okay,
Good
Mr.
night.
Macy actually seems like a genuine
Good night.
person. Like, yeah, he's in it for
I
profits,
thank you two
but he
again,
seems
and-
doesn't seem like Satan spawn. I thought he was gonna be like the devil, you know?
I don't care if he thinks he's Easter Bunny. You've got to get him back.
He's insane, I tell you. We'll just have to hire somebody.
How can you say he's insane because you saw his employment card? If it's a real employment card, then that's his real name and his real next of kin.
Oh, well, thanks. That's mighty good news.
Yes.
Santa, don't you have things to do before Christmas in the North
See, Mrs.
Pole?
Walker,
Like,
this is quite enough.
make toys for kids?
I'm glad I met you and your daughter. You two are a test case for me.
Ah, I love it. I love it. He's gonna work hard on them.
And under John Quincy Adams. Daniel D. Tompkins, and I'll bet your Mr. Sawyer doesn't know that.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think anyone really knows that. She's like, oh, he's gonna pass. Oh, he's gonna pass.
The same as it was before. 15.
Why is this guy so tense?
3. Oh, you bite your nails too.
No, don't bite your nails. You can break your teeth.
No. Often they're the result of an insecurity. Are you
I
happy at
love-
home, Mr. Sawyer?
I love that he's a psychologist, but Santa Claus is psychoanalyzing him.
I give you a liberal allowance, and it's up to you to run the house on it. If that fat, stupid brother of yours would get a job, you wouldn't have to be pestering me all the time.
Santa was right about the wife.
Really? He failed
Why?
to pass the examination.
Yes.
No, he
did answer
passed.
the questions correctly? Oh, well, yes, he did.
He passed the examination.
Sawyer, people are only institutionalized to prevent them from harming themselves or other people. Now, Mr. Kringle is incapable of either. His
Aw.
restaurant in Hollywood and is a highly respected citizen.
Dr. Pierce, I've made a great study of abnormal psychology, and I've found from experience...
You're a horrible psychologist. He was literally psychoanalyzing you better than you can psychoanalyze yourself or any other patient that you've ever had in your life.
You're not implying he'd use the cane as a weapon.
Mrs. Walker.
He leads it to walk?
Actually, I can't just...
Is this guy okay?
The treatment of the diseases of old age. I've had quite a bit of experience, and I assure you, Kris has no latent maniacal tendency.
Okay, so what he's saying is that Kris actually isn't Santa Claus, but his actual name is Kris Kringle. But now I need to know, now I want to know if he actually is Santa Claus or if he's just a man, an old man who believes he's Santa Claus.
Say, I have an idea. We always have martinis before dinner. I'll make them double strength tonight.
Ah.
Receptive to the idea.
But Kris is through work.
What a little scheme this guy's got.
You take him home to dinner, and I'll call you as soon as my wife's feeling gay.
Plastered. As soon as my wife's plastered.
He said, only animals allowed here. Goodbye. So he came upstairs.
Susie is actually so adorable.
That's what makes the game so silly.
Oh, I don't think so.
But it's fun.
Sounds
It's
like a
fun,
wonderful
Susie.
to me.
Have some fun in your life.
How would you like to have a ship all to yourself that makes daily trips?
She's interested. I would.
Now just bend your body over a little like that. Let your arms hang loose, see? Now put your right hand up here.
She's so stiff.
Put it down under your lips, over your teeth.
This is so adorable.
On the contrary.
What are the monkey noises they are making? Why are they going? That's not what a monkey sounds like.
This is Susan's place for me, please.
Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not a monkey expert.
It should be done.
Oh my god, he's gonna walk in on Monkey Central.
Talk to the other monkeys.
What's going on here?
Oh, we're just having our first lesson.
Oh, look at Susie in the mirror.
Dr. Pierce doesn't want me to make that long trip every day.
Well, I was just thinking.
Yeah, he knows that he's good for the kid.
Give me a chance to really talk things over with her.
Yeah, this guy is actually so nice. He knows that the kid is gonna evolve so much with Mr. Kris.
Hello?
The phone's upside down.
Hello?
Hello?
Why, we love
I love this woman.
Very much, but I'm going to stay with Mr. Gailey.
She's like, oh my god. Betrayal of the highest order. And he just dips. He's like, I'm not gonna be here for this conversation.
That's what I want for Christmas.
A house?
And if you can't, you're only a nice man with a white beard, like Mother said.
Now, wait a minute, Susie.
It's a real house. Santa doesn't have $1 million to just drop.
It's lovely. I want a backyard with a great big tree to put a swing on and...
Aww. She wants to be a kid. He's like, I don't have this much money. I'm working as a Santa Claus for Macy's. I don't got this much money. Shopping guide for the convenience of our customers. See, I wish every store had this.
And why didn't one of you think of this idea? It's the greatest goodwill policy
Why didn't one of you think of this idea?
play at this game. From now on, if we haven't got what the customer wants, send him back to Macy's.
It's just Christmas spirit, but out of spite. It's gonna be Christmas spirit all over the country, but no one's really like... It's all because of this guy, but it's also just for profit.
You were that generous. That's a bit of money. What are you going to do with it?
Buy the house, buy the house.
He's been very kind to me. He needs an x-ray machine.
Aww.
Amazing. Do you happen to have a spare piece?
I bet he blows one the size of Manhattan.
Well, remember I was telling you how I like to play Santa Claus over at the Y on Christmas and give out packages?
Did they fire him? Did they fire him?
That's the one. He's a psychologist, you know.
Well, that's a debatable point. Why
Yeah. Yeah, that is very debatable.
They think it's good to make up for it, see? It's what he calls a guilt complex.
I mean, it's possible, but that's not everyone. Some people just want to be kind.
Don't listen to him.
Oh, he knows what he's talking about. He's been studying that stuff for a long time.
He does not know anything he's talking about. He probably doesn't know his left hand from his right hand. Oh my god. Santa Claus is gonna pull up with 2 fists, Rudolph and Blitzen, and bam, 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 bam. Coal for you this Christmas.
Now, either you stop analyzing Alfred or I go straight to Mr. Macy and tell him what a malicious, contemptible fraud you are.
Oh. Kris Kringle's gonna throw you out the window. Oh no, someone saw it. Someone saw it. Oh no. And now he's just faking it.
Mr. Sawyer.
Oh my god, what a little faker. This little bugger, get him out of here. This little bug-faced man.
Perhaps we better get a competent psychiatrist.
But he's taken dozens of those examinations and passed them all 100%.
Okay, but this nurse would also be like, nothing bad happened.
Oh my, yes, you explain to Mr.
I hate this
I won't do it. I can't
grease
do it. I've grown very
ball.
fond of him, and this would be like coming out and...
His face looks like a cockroach, and he has a little slug of a mustache. I am very disappointed in this guy right now. I actually hate this guy. I can't believe this is happening right now. It makes me so mad. Fire in my stomach.
Why'd you do it, Kris? You deliberately...
It's like he murdered someone. Why'd you do it? He just poked a guy in the head with a stick.
He'd have been furious.
All right, she had doubts. Why not? She hasn't really believed.
I mean, everyone's gonna have doubts.
People like me who believe in what you stand for. And people like Susie who are just...
I really like this guy.
Even if we can't win, we can go down swinging. Let's get out of here.
No.
It's like they're going to war or something, you know?
Examinations. You had no right to do it. Now, you get the case dropped tomorrow, or you might have another lump to match the one that Kris gave you.
Oh, I like Mr. Macy. I like Mr. Macy.
Thinks he's Santa Claus.
Come in.
Oh, he was so close to signing it.
Psychiatrist of a city hospital has to go through the regular routine. Oh, we must avoid publicity.
He's just worried about himself, the little scumbag.
You know, if I'm going to win this case, I'm going to have public opinion and plenty of it. And publicity's just the way to do it.
Oh my god. I love it. He's the creator of his own downfall. Oh my god. All of the K's. All of the K's. Some news reporter was like, I'm so smart writing this article headline.
I'm an honest man, and nobody's going to hold it against me for doing my duty as I see it.
I like this guy. Do they not like him? They don't like Grandpa? Aw, poor guy.
Oh, don't worry.
I didn't expect there to be a court hearing in this movie.
Your Honor, please, I should like to call the first witness. Mr. Kringle, will you take the stand?
Kris Kringle being the first witness, baby.
That's what this hearing will decide.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I like this guy. I mean, I guess I've seen him the whole movie, and I've liked him the whole movie, but I like him more now.
Didn't understand the question correctly.
Oh, I understood the question perfectly, Your Honor.
Oh, no.
Believes himself to be Santa Claus.
An entirely logical and reasonable assumption, I'm afraid.
That is not.
Anyone who thinks he's Santa Claus is not sane.
Not necessarily.
What doesn't make any sense?
Oh, but he is, Your Honor.
Is what?
I intend to prove that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
Oh, that's a big thing.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. Get your coat. I reserved a regular table at Luigi's. We're gonna celebrate.
Oh, Luigi's. Sounds good.
Fred, you didn't.
Of course I did. I can't let Kris down. He needs me, and all the rest of us need him.
I love him. I love him.
You don't have any faith in me, do you?
It's not a
That's
question
rough.
of faith, it's just
That's
common
rough.
sense.
Stop using common sense for once in your life. Just believe. Believe, like in the Polar Express, when he punches the tickets and it says believe.
You give up your job, you throw away all your security, and then you expect me to be happy about it.
Yes, I guess I expected too much.
Ooh, that was good.
Like the old man, too.
Yeah, it's just he just has this job, you know.
It's
It's
too late now,
not.
there's nothing I can do.
Even if he likes the guy, it's his job.
Well, my dear, if I lose this case, it's very possible that you'll get your wish.
He's gonna lose this case. I hope he just goes like, I like Kris too much.
You are the owner of one of the biggest department stores in New York City?
The biggest.
Mr. Macy.
I'm sure Gimbals would say the same. Oh no.
Well, he gives every indication.
I asked you, Mr.
Oh, he looks. Okay, that was a dream. That was him imagining everything.
I do.
Aww, I like Mr. Macy. I know some of it was sort of bad publicity for his company, so that's why he said it, but at the same time, then he started thinking about Santa Claus waving and the kids and the look in the kids' eyes. I loved
The
it.
correspondence school, you're fired.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! He deserves to be fired.
No, and I do not intend to. This is not a nursery. It's the New York State Supreme Court, and I'll not waste this court's time with such childish...
It's at the Supreme Court. It went all the way to the Supreme Court.
Responsible judge. I've taken an oath. How can I seriously rule that there is a Santa Claus?
How can you seriously rule that there isn't a Santa Claus?
The district attorney's a Republican.
All right.
That was a great shot. That was a great line, and then the shot as his head just goes in, it kind of looks like the camera turns, but it doesn't. Oh, that was really good.
Thomas Mara, please take the stand.
Who, me?
Thomas Mara, Jr.
Oh, Thomas Mara Junior! That's a twist. That's a plot twist.
Hello, Daddy.
The kid's like, I'm gonna ruin your whole career.
Goodbye, Daddy.
Oh my god, this kid is a menace.
Your Honor, the state of New York concedes the existence of Santa Claus.
Yay!
Show that Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus on the basis of competent authority.
Employment card?
Well, I guess that's that.
There's a way out.
Look at her giant hat. What the heck? That's a little aggressive, woman.
He's not like anyone else. He must be Santa.
I think
He's definitely Santa.
Is
Dude, she's believing too.
Then I'm going to write him a letter right now and cheer him up.
I miss Susie's presence in this film. She really brings so much innocent life. I believe as well. I believe in you. Oh. A little bit of chills right there. A little bit of chills. When you send a letter to Santa in the mail and you like put it in the mailbox with your kids, where does that letter go?
Letters we got down to the dead letter office.
I don't know. There must be about 50,000 of them.
Oh, dead letter office. Interesting.
Coming in every day. Yeah.
Send them all to him. Send them all to him.
Deliver it to Mr. Kringle down at the courthouse.
Oh,
Worry about it, huh?
and they can sort of use that as evidence. This guy just saved Christmas.
It's all over, George. Look at him. He hasn't got a thing.
Oh, the mail. The mail's coming. Oh my god, this guy's telling him about the mail. Last minute miracle. This is a miracle. Everything about this movie's a miracle.
Not one competent authoritative proof that this man is Santa Claus. In view of...
Objection, Your Honor.
Make it a criminal offense to willfully misdirect mail or intentionally deliver it to the wrong party.
Oh, okay, here we go.
We are very happy to concede Mr. Gailey's claims.
For the record, Mr. Mara?
For the record, anything...
Oh my god.
Positive proof that a competent... 3 letters, Your Honor, are hardly positive proof.
50,000 letters.
Put them here on the desk.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's like, you really wanted it? You really wanted them on your desk? Oh my god, they just keep coming. It's a conga line. Oh my god, it's a miracle.
To be the one and only Santa Claus.
It's true. It's true.
Not disputed. Case dismissed.
Now what are you gonna do with all those letters?
I'd like to have you and Susan.
Oh, thank you. I can't think of anyone I'd rather spend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to come to dinner tonight.
Tonight? I can't. It's Christmas Eve.
Oh, I forgot.
See, I still don't know if he's faking to be Santa Claus or if he is really Santa Claus. Like, I don't know. I'm okay with either, though. You know, if you want to be Santa Claus, go ahead and be Santa Claus. Is she looking for her house?
You know my assistant Alfred, Mr. Macy?
Oh, it's Alfred. I love Alfred. The X-ray machine. Oh.
The state Supreme Court declared you to be Santa Claus, and personally and professionally, I agree with them.
Oh my god, this is so adorable. I love this doctor, and he got his X-ray machine.
The one I wanted. Not the one Mr. Kringle was going to get for me.
What was that?
A house. A house.
It's a nice old man with whiskers, like my mother said. And I shouldn't have believed you.
Oh, he definitely got something.
And keep right on doing it. You must have faith in him.
But you don't succeed. Try again.
Yes.
I thought so.
I thought so.
But I believe.
Thanks, Kris. That'll be fine. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. I love Alfred. I love Alfred. I want to be friends with Alfred. I want to be friends with Alfred so bad. Oh my god, the house! I knew it, the house! Oh. This is the house! This is the house!
Right, Mommy. Mr. Kringle is Santa Claus.
Where are you going?
To see if there's a swing.
Oh, there's gonna be a swing and she's gonna swing on the swing.
You told her that.
Oh, Zooey Mama. Let's go.
I never really doubted you. It was just my silly common sense.
Oh, now they're gonna get the house. Kris Kringle is a little sneaky bugger and he went drive by the house and you'll have to buy it. What do you see? Oh, the cane.
Maybe I didn't do such a wonderful thing after all.
What a really good movie. That was a really good Christmas movie. And that was my reaction to Miracle on 34th Street, the 1947 comedy drama Christmas movie starring Natalie Wood, Edmund, Gwenn, Maureen O'Hara, and John Payne. John Payne is such a cool name, isn't it? Like, I'm John Payne, I'm bringing the pain. It's such a cool name. This movie was really, really fun. I really enjoyed like everything about this movie. It was just very heartwarming. I love the belief that was slowly infused into everyone, the whole country in this movie. You know how even like Macy's and Gimbel's got into this Christmas spirit, even though they were kind of doing it for the wrong intentions. They were still unintentionally doing it, which I thought was really funny. I loved Edmund Gwenn as Santa Claus as Kris Kringle. He was perfect. Natalie Wood as Susie as well was amazing, amazing, amazing. I thought that the cast in this movie was great, and I thought that just the message in this movie, the story of this movie was really sweet, really heartwarming. It felt very easy to watch, even though there was a lot of stuff about science and stuff like that. It felt very just lighthearted and easy to watch, and you kind of know that he's going to not be convicted with these charges and stuff like that, and he's not going to go to jail or not going to go into like a psychiatric ward or whatever. But like at the same time, it was just a really easy and really fun watch. Getting into the reviews of this movie very quickly before I get into anything else. 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb and 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. So critics and audiences alike really enjoy this movie. I don't know how the reviews go for the remake of this film, and I don't know if the remake is supposed to be a good version of the film or if it's not a really good adaptation of the original 1947 flick. I read a couple of reviews just on Google before I started this reaction, before I started this review, just because they were right there. My eyes caught the attention, and one of them was about the newer version, the 80s, I think, version of the Miracle on 34th Street, and they said that it was better, but then all the other ones were just about this one. So I'm not really sure how much the new one fares compared to the original, but I'm glad I watched the original because there was just like, I know why this movie is such a classic, and this movie I feel like should be played on repeat on Christmas on TV, and maybe it is, but I think it definitely should be if it isn't, because it's just such a sweet movie with a very good message. The music in this movie, I didn't notice the music too much. In fact, I didn't notice the music at all. Like, obviously I noticed Christmas songs and stuff, but was there even music in this movie? I'm trying to think if there was even like a soundtrack of this movie, and there probably was, because in the credits there was like orchestra by whatever, and then the music composed by this guy, you know, so there must have been music in this movie. But I'm going to be honest with you right now, I cannot remember a single sound from this movie, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't think that the sound is necessarily the memorable part of this movie. Like, maybe this movie has a killer soundtrack that is super heartwarming and Christmassy and just good vibes, but I didn't notice it. I think I was just too enthralled with the characters and the characters' interactions with each other, and I think that was what makes this movie special, is the characters. The characters are so well written and so likable. They're so likable, except for that one psychiatrist guy who is just a fake. He's a fraud, he's a scam, and you know who I'm talking about. I don't remember it's Sawyer. His name is Sawyer, and I hated him, but you're supposed to hate him. But every other character is amazing, which I thought was really interesting. Even Doris, who is this mom who doesn't want her child to believe, I feel like you could write her in a very cynical way and in a way which would make you not appreciate her or not even like her. You wouldn't be rooting for her. But in this movie, she's written in a way that makes you understand, first of all, where she's coming from, why she doesn't want to teach Susan why to believe in fairy tales, to believe in these fantasy things, to believe in Santa. You know, you understand that. And then she's written in a way where you are really, really rooting for her to kind of take a couple steps into this space that she has kind of pushed to aside, into the fantasy. And I really enjoyed her character. Like, sometimes her character would grate on my nerves, but never in a way where I was like, man, I don't want to see her again for the rest of the movie. It was like, she would be like, I don't want you to believe in Santa Claus or something. Let me raise his kid how I want to raise his kid. And I'd be like, I respect that. But, you know, so she was written in like a very interesting way, and I thought that the writing for all the characters were great. Like, John Payne's character, Fred, was amazing. I loved how he was kind of the tie between Kris Kringle and Doris, and I loved that. He was kind of this adult figure who had this belief in the fantasy, and, you know, he had like this childhood of imagination and stuff, and he could see that Kris Kringle would be really good for Susan and be really good for Doris. But as an adult, he also could relate to all of these more realistic things that Doris is trying to talk about and trying to give to Susan in her life. So I really like Fred as that character, and I thought that he was a really good link between fantasy and real world for Doris. Because I think if Fred wasn't in the picture, Doris may not have believed as much as she did at the end of the movie with Fred in the picture. Susan as well was just such a great character, and usually I talk about characters, and I probably will just talk about the actors really quickly at the end of this, but now I'm talking about the characters because I think the characters were the things that stood out to me the most in this film, and that's why I'm talking about them. And Susan was probably my favorite character, well, besides Kris Kringle, besides Edmund Gwenn's character as Kris Kringle, who was just phenomenal. But Natalie Wood's Susan was amazing in this role. She Susan was just such a sweet and innocent kid, and you could tell, like, even at the start of the movie, she was definitely very analytical, definitely very real with everything, just keeping it real, you know, that was kind of her character. But even sort of at the start of the movie, you could see that she wanted to believe, but she didn't really know how to. And then it also kind of went her whole thing of growing up, you know, all of her ideologies growing up, everything that her mother's told her is kind of gone against it. But she also can't help trying to believe because she's a kid, you know, and kids want to believe, and you should let them believe. You should let them grow their imaginations, you know. And I really like that. Like, she sees Kris Kringle as Santa, and she's like, I don't believe you're Kris Kringle. But then she gets a little curious. She opens the door when her mom's talking to Fred, and she goes and just watches him. And that moment was such a good moment where he's talking to that Dutch girl or something, and then she's just watching, and you can see this spark of belief, this spark of hope. Maybe this is real. Maybe I do want to believe in this. And I don't know, I thought that was a really good moment in the movie. And then every time she's in the movie, it's like the film gains 5 extra hearts or something. You know, the movie has full of heart, but then it becomes even more full of heart when she's in it, because she's just so adorable and so cute. And her interactions between Kris Kringle and then herself, and then also between her mom and Fred, were just amazing. And I wish she was in the movie more, to be honest with you, because there was like a section during the court case where she's not in the movie too much, and I was like, bring Susie back, she's the star of this show. Also, I think the message of this movie is just a really good Christmas message as well, because in this movie it doesn't necessarily state that Santa is real or that Santa is fake. Well, I guess in this movie they state that Santa is real. Legally they state that Santa is real, but Kris Kringle's Santa Claus is definitely up in the air, and whether he actually is Santa Claus or whether he is just a man who thinks he's Santa Claus. But then at the same time, I really liked that they don't care if he is the real Santa Claus or if he is a fake Santa Claus. I love that they said, if he believes he's Santa Claus and he's going around and helping people and he's doing good for this world, then why can't you just let him be Santa Claus? And I loved that message so much. That was so good, and I didn't expect that from this movie. I thought they were going to make a definitive proof that he is Santa Claus, and I know legally, technically, he is Santa Claus, but as an audience member, you're like, I don't know if he actually is Santa Claus, but he embodies what Santa Claus is supposed to stand for. And I really like that. The movie was basically just saying, like, be kind, be generous, like, give to others, you know, through all of the character, through all of the things, like, believe in this thing, and maybe some of that belief will go into other people, and then everyone will maybe start believing, start caring, and start giving. And I love that when he said, like, Christmas isn't just a day, it's like it's this frame of mind or something like that. When he said that to Doris in Macy's sort of near the start of the movie, like, a bunch of things that Kris Kringle said and the actions that they give and the story beats that he has really lend itself to this message of just giving and caring. And Santa Claus isn't about really the person, it's about the actual mental image behind it and the personality, and anyone can really be Santa Claus if they want to. And I thought that was really interesting. Reminds me of Spider-Man, you know, anyone can be Spider-Man if they want to be Spider-Man, but in this movie anyone can be Kris Kringle, anyone can be Santa Claus if they really want to, and that's what I really appreciate about it a lot. Okay, usually I get into the cast in this movie, but I just talked about the characters for like 5 minutes, so I'm not going to really do the cast. I'm just going to say that John Payne, Maureen O'Hara, Edmund, Gwenn, and Natalie Wood all did amazing. They all did amazing. Their chemistry between all four of them was incredible, and I just thought that they did an amazing job as their characters. And I did just talk about all of their characters and what I liked about them basically, so I'm not going to get into that, but I just wanted to name drop their names because I just think that they did an incredible job. But yeah, this movie overall was really sweet, really wholesome, there was so much heart in this movie, so much love, so much care, and even in the dramatic scenes it still felt lighthearted, but not in like a oh my gosh, like I know what's gonna happen way. It was just like a you know, like this is just so good, you know, that kind of lighthearted way. And I think that this is definitely a really good Christmas movie, first of all, but sort of an important Christmas movie just to spread the message that, like, being Santa Claus isn't just about the person. I just talked about the message, I guess, but I think it's sort of an important Christmas movie, just like It's a Wonderful Life, which isn't as much a Christmas movie, I would say. I feel like you could watch It's a Wonderful Life in many different circumstances, just because it's just the ending that is kind of during Christmas, which makes it sort of a Christmas movie, but this one is definitely a Christmas movie, and I think that this is a very important and good watch to maybe show your kids or something when Christmas time comes around, because I feel like this movie doesn't get enough talk about it, I guess, and I wish it did. And I wish I had seen this movie earlier, but I'm glad I got to watch it with you guys. And I wish I didn't storm out of this movie when I was 6 years old because it was in black and white. Because I was dumb or something. I was like, black and white equals boring. But obviously it doesn't. It equals just as amazing as color. But yeah, that is it for my reaction. I hope you enjoyed my Christmas movie marathon. I'm excited to get back to normal movies, not Christmas movies, just normal bangers. I mean, I did a lot of Christmas bangers, but now just normal bangers. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, I was going to say wonderful, beautiful, Merry Christmas people right here, but then I stopped myself because I was like, that is bad. But yeah, thank you so much to these guys. You guys really do mean a lot, and it means a lot for you guys to be supporting me. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys are all having great holidays, and I'll see you for my next movie reaction in the next video. I forget how I usually end these, so just Merry Christmas, everyone, and yeah, happy holidays.